Hello? Okay. I don't know if anybody's here. Hey y'all. My freaking TV's like, oh, you wanted to stay logged into YouTube? Is that what you wanted? And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, okay, well, you need to log back in. What's your password? I don't know my damn password. Who am I? Mega Man? Hey, everybody. I said, no, ma'am, I don't have any time for any of this. It's the day before Christmas. Oh. It was the night before Christmas. Look at this Mardi Gras mess everywhere. I had to go bring my mom her car because my neighbor was working on it, and then I had to get my car from her. Yeah, I'm driving back home. It's dark. I don't drive in the dark because I can't see anything. I can't see anything in the bright ass sun. So I definitely should not be driving in the dark. So I'm driving, and I see some pretty Christmas lights. So I quit paying attention to the road like you do, and I'm like, look at those pretty Christmas lights, and then out of nowhere, this guy dressed in a Santa suit is like walking down the middle of the street, and he's like waving at me, and I was like, oh my god, is that one of them murder Santas? You know how sometimes they got murder Santas around Christmas time? Like you think it's a nice Santa, and then it murders you? Like the murder clowns at Christmas? Same thing. Same basic premise. And then I brought my neighbor the money, and he's like, let me tell you what was wrong. And I was like, I don't care what's wrong. You took all my money. I said, it's cold. I want to go inside. I have to talk to Miss Shonda about a couple of things. I was like, I gotta go inside. Jen, Miss Shonda, Amy, everybody's waiting for me. Karen. He said, well, see what happened here is that these nipples here inside of this combustor. And I was like, sir, I'm a married man. You cannot speak to me that way. He's like, yeah, these nipples were leaking. And I was like, oh. He's like, there was a vacuum in the lid. And I was like, oh my God, if he says nipples one more time, I swear to God. But y'all, I drove my mom's car to her house. It wasn't acting stupid. I think it's fixed. Let's be thankful for that. Especially with the murder Santas around. What am I doing? I need to wrap up a couple of things. And I'm going to... Y'all, I invented this new paint stick swag. It's kind of like my signature thing that I do. So I think I'm going to make one more of those. Or at least put the holes in it. That's not a big deal. It's just like a thing I did to save the community. Yeah, I mean, I'm no hero, you know. There is glitter everywhere. So, Amy, I'm glad you asked that. Let me go get some Windex and a paper towel, and then I'll show you something. So, let me preface this with, I bought a scale at Goodwill. It was $1.99. I bought the scale so I could have, yeah, you leveled up. She's next level. She on X Games mode. I bought a scale from Goodwill because I've been using my food scale to weigh packages with, which that's fine, but I don't want to have to keep bringing them back and forth and making sure there's no spaghetti sauce on my scale before I weigh a package. So I bought a new scale, an old scale actually, but I was like, it's a scale, whatever. It'll be dedicated for the shipping center of my incorporated business, and it didn't work. So I switched the batteries like twice, couldn't get it to work. Both on X Games mode. So I go to bring it back to Goodwill, and I'm like, hey, this doesn't work. And she's like, well, I have to get my manager to okay this return. And I was like, okay. I said, I'm just going to go buy some other crap that probably doesn't work. So, walking around, looking for something to buy. She comes back and she says, we can't take this back because it's not electronics, and we have the all sales final policy. And I said, it's a scale. It takes batteries. How is that not electronics? She said, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. And she gave it back to me. I said, I don't want that. It doesn't work. And she was like, oh, okay. And any money, that scale is going to be there next time I go. But I was like, well, I'll just do a swap. The scale was $1.99. I'll find something that was $1.99. You know, I'm going to find something. And did I find something? I did. And you know what it was? Mic drop. Bam. Of course, I found it after I made a scene and said, I am never shopping at this place again. I'm going to burn this place to the ground. And I was like, also, can you bring me up with this Easy Bow Maker that's got this woman from 1972 on here? Look at her. What is she smiling about? Look at this bow she's making. Look how thick it is. I never did put the little peg on. And look at it. She's a different color. I'm going to use this one when I make stuff in the autumn. Alright, let's see what we can make with this bad boy. A layered bow, a floral bow, a nested bow, a treetop bow, a wreath bow, a hair bow, a pew bow, a swag. These are all basically the same bow. Wait, is there actually... Oh, there's a... Oh, yeah. That was on there for a while, and then I was like, this is stupid. Because it gets in the way. I don't need that. Oh, look at that. I think her name's Gwennifer. She looks like a Gwennifer, huh? Dowels are larger than the holes to create a press fit. Use a hammer to assemble. Listen, my hammer is in my refrigerator. Does this clear thing come off? Because it's like all bubbled up. Oh yeah, she vintage. Okay, so one of these is for the spool holder. Not that one. It's a skinny one. This one's for the spool holder. These two are your normal ones. Yeah, these are press fits. You need to use a hammer, but my hammer's in a freezer. So these are the two we usually work with. And this little one, Amy, You put it right here, and then if you want to make little bitty hair bows, you can do that. But also, if you put it right here, this is, I don't know why I didn't know this at the time. If you put it right here, it'll keep the middle one from bowing out, like when you put 7 yards of ribbon in one bow. So see, now these are like super tight. Yeah, mine are. I'm going to use this a couple of times and then I'm going to eventually glue them in. But I think the ones that are in here are from my Pro Bow. But now I have 2. And that's great because I lost this one for like 6 hours today. I tore my living room apart a couple times. But look at that. I'm going to use this one in fall because she's like a fall tone. This one's definitely a summer. She's coastal. She's blue. I don't think I ever read these instructions either. I was like, I don't need that. Easy Rose? What is that? Jennifer, you have a Jennifer. I'm like Jennifer. I'm like your daddy. Jennifer, listen. Jennifer. Hey, cat. You've seen my house. How did I lose that bell? That bell was right next to my foot for 6.5 months. Almost a year. Never knew it was there. Hey, Birdo. Hey, cat. Jennifer, this is your father. Okay, I have a couple of Christmas presents I need to wrap, but I'm going to cover them up before I actually wrap them. Actually, they're all going in bags, I think. I need to put together a thing for my mom. I need to wrap that thing we made the other day for my other sister. And then I have to wrap some of the cat. Which means I just have to put it in a bag because I'm tired of wrapping. I don't think I didn't do good for Christmas. You don't do good with English either. Okay, those are Mom. I have to repackage them. I just bought wrapping stuff today, or yesterday, or the day before. At some point this year, I bought stuff to wrap these presents. There's no reason why you can't run to Walmart tomorrow evening and buy me several more things. First of all, y'all know how I made all those, if you're on Patreon, you know how I made like 15 different black and white wreaths for Valentine's Day. Look at these from Dollar Tree. This one would be super cute if the font wasn't stupid, and this one would be super cute if it was red. But isn't that nice? That's for Mom. That's for Mom, Cat, and Jen. That's for Mom. Y'all ever have a hangnail, like a, not a hangnail, like a snag nail, and then you have to buy new nail clippers at Dollar Tree, and then clip your nails as you're walking out the store? Me neither, but I mean, all right. Let me do Mom's thing first. Look at this bougie bag. Mama got a bougie bag. No, Cat, it's just I'm just gonna wrap it in I'm just gonna wrap it in tissue paper and you won't be able to see it. So this is a utensil holder thing. It's still got the Walmart thing on it, but it was, I think it was $1.99. Because like Goodwill, who is pricing this stuff? Like, I never thought I would be somebody who would buy something Ray Dunn, but for $1.99. Not Ray Dunn. Who is this? The fake one? Pioneer Woman? Did you work late today, Jen? See, it says utensils, but I figured my mom could just, like, turn it around. Yeah, all these are going to fall to the bottom. You know why I'm doing this? Why I'm taking these out of here? When my mom used to make us Easter baskets, she would put the grass in and then throw a bunch of candy in it, and sometimes you ate all your candy. And then you would go digging through the grass and there was more candy. And it was like a pretty big deal. So these are super hard to find down here, and my mom loves them, and every time my sister goes over there, she steals 17 of them. So when I found them, I bought every bag they had. Jen, when I film my swag today, I may or may not have said some controversial things about you. What did I say about what? I just said like 15 things. I got a lot of chai latte in me right now. And I was talking about Jen stealing Mom's cough drops, not you. Alright, and this like little cute thing came from Big Lots. I was going to give it to my sister, and then I was like, no, I'll give it to Mom. No, I said she steals cough drops. You should have known I was talking about Jen. Oh, to everybody who's wondering about today's video, I did, while I was making my swag and dragging Jen, I did explain how I got punched at Walmart the other day. So, how do I open this? Oh my god. Hey Kat, if you need something else for Mom, she had to pay $500 today to get her car fixed. So, you know. Well, he didn't punch me. He hit me in the side of the head. But like saying that I went to Walmart and got punched in the face is a lot more dramatic, and it's good for storytelling. He was a handicapped person, and he was excited about something, and he went like that, and he just punched me in the side of the head. And his mom freaked out, and I said, it's not a big deal, I have one of them at home. But the mom was like super embarrassed, and I was like, dude, it's fine. I'm fine. Yes, it was. Hi, Patricia. It was an accidental knock, but when I retell the story, I will say that he was 7.5 feet tall, and he punched me, and I had to fight him. But I felt this happened like last week. I felt so bad for the mom because she was like, I am so sorry. And I was like, dude, it's fine. I said, listen, he only did what everybody else who knows me wants to do. Hey, Amanda, I think his name was Gerald. Because she said, Gerald! And I was like, oh. I said, listen, I don't know what you've heard, but I used to have a whole bunch of teeth in my mouth, and he just knocked them out, so. What are we going to do here? So you're like, it didn't like hurt. I was just like, did that guy just hit me? And I was like, I gotta get out of here because it is Chalmette, and what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be on the news at noon, and they're gonna be like, a local Chalmette man gets in fist fight with handicap man. So like, Gerald, we cool? Chill out. I'll see y'all later. And then I almost hit a Santa Claus on our way back from Mom's house tonight. And y'all, it's going to be 77 degrees on Christmas, and it's going to be 86 degrees on New Year's Eve. Is this red or is this pink? I don't know. Also, I really wish that they had the shrink wrap bags at Dollar Tree. See, now this whole thing looks like it's filled with the vitamin C drops, but it's not. Oh my god, this is so heavy. Oh, and it's way too big. What's going on, Amanda? Oh my god. Oh. I just found out my sister doesn't know how to spell. I'm going to be at Mom's at probably 5 because it takes an hour and a half for the ham. What's everybody else doing for Christmas Eve? Jen, I assume you have reservations at the Red Lobster? It's a Cheddar Bay holiday. Oh, fajitas sound good. I made a shrimp mold this morning, and I made a shrimp mold this morning. I made cocktail meatballs yesterday. We made Jezebel dip on Tuesday. Oh, I forgot that he was working on Christmas. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know what it is. Patricia, is it lower back pain? Do you have a TENS unit? Trust me, somebody says back pain, and I'm like, well, let me tell you about it. All right, so that's for Mama. My mom took all my presents because she had my car, and I was like, if you're going to be taking my car for the second day in a row, I said, you need to bring all my Christmas presents to your house. She was like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, well, I'm not loading all these damn presents in my car on Christmas morning. So we loaded a bunch up by themselves, and then she was like, take this garbage bag and put the rest of your presents in there. And I was like, in a garbage bag? And I have one for her that is enormous. It's like, it's got to be like 5 feet. It's like, the box is like 5 feet by 2 feet by like 8 feet, 8 inches, 8 feet. And she's like, do I have to take that one? I was like, no, I'll take it. Look at this. Is this like killing anybody else with the reflection? I had to make sure that y'all couldn't see what was in this because this is the one for my sister. Oh, Patricia, that's terrible. This is my sister's. I put it in a pink bag because pink is her favorite color. She's like a Barbie girl. Yeah, that sounds like it's excruciating. I'm so glad I finally got mine sorted out. My lower back still hurts a lot, but it's usually when I work for too much, like I do too much or I work for too long. Like Jen had me making this swag today and I was doing it for 7.5 hours and my back hurts now. I don't have a chiropractor only because there's a chiropractor right up the street from me. I used to go to him, but it was like $40 every time I went, and I did not have $40 every time I went to do that. And one time, like it was like my third or fourth visit there, and he was like, how are things? And I was like, oh, it's still really pretty bad. And he had me stand up, and he like put me in a bear hug and slammed me up against the wall. And I was like, sir. And after that, I didn't go back because I was traumatized. He was like, we're going to get you back feeling better, or we're going to kill you first. And I was like, oh, man. Alright, so this is a thing we made the other night for my sister. I don't know that, Oh, look, at like sticks. Look at that, it sticks. Oh, no, the sticky right there. Never mind. That's a lot of chiropractoring. No, it was Schoenberger, not Schoenberger. You know the guy where you used to go to what is his name? Is it Schoenberger? Is Schoenberger the perverted eye guy? I think it was Schoenberger. I don't know who the other guy was. I don't know that this is going to work, but I also don't care at this point. I'm so tired. Yeah, I had this eye doctor when I was little. This eye doctor when I was little, and when I wanted to go, like I was having some, I was getting surgery in my eye when I was in like, it was before the hurricanes. I must have been like 20 something, and I went back to this doctor to get like a referral to see who did the surgery, because I needed to find a pediatric surgeon to do it because of the surgery it was. And my mom was like, I'm not going with you to the eye doctor. And I was like, why? She's like, he's creepy. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, he touches people. And I was like, what do you mean he touches people? She's like, he's too touchy-feely. I'm not going. And I was like, okay. Jeez. Schoenberger? Alright, this didn't work, but... we're just gonna pretend like it did. Yeah, this looks terrible. I'm gonna see if I got a bag to just throw it in. Not that, I mean, it's Jen, she won't care, but... Oh. Alright, present for cat, present for mom, present for Jen. She's like, I know you have to have risky experimental surgery, but he touched my elbow for a really long time one time. Oh, see, y'all got each other. That's nice. Okay, tonight the video is going to feature my screwer. If you don't know how to use a screwer, you know, proceed with caution. This is a screwer. It's a cordless screwer. Deborah, I don't know all of that technical information. This is a cordless screwer is what it's called, as far as I know. It's by Ryobi. Actually, since my sister likes correcting me so much, this is actually a cordless drill, I think, right, Catherine? Is this what we call this? I like to call it a screwer because I don't, because I think saying screwer is funny, and I don't really drill with it, even though I will be drilling with it tonight. But that battery's gonna die after like me doing two things because I don't know. Okay, so Mrs. Pickering, this is what happened. Okay, it's a drill. It's a cordless drill. So Mrs. Pickering, she says to me, she said, "Hey, boy." And I said, "What?" She said, "What you doing?" And I said, what am I doing? What are you doing?" She said, "You make a paint stick swag?" And I said, "No, why are you talking like that?" She said, "What you need to do is make a paint stick swag." So she sends me a little cute picture with all her things on there. And I said, "Okay." That was a year and a half ago. I bought the paint sticks. Then I lost them for 9 months. Then I found them. Then I lost them until like last week, and I found them again. So scroll back through our DMs on Instagram, and she sent me a picture, and I was like, okay. I was like, so she's got like 12 pipe cleaners on there. They're like 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. She had like 12 on there, or she had 10. So it was like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So I looked at her. I looked at her little thing, and I said, "Well, I've never made one of these before, and she's made a bunch of them, so I should pay attention to what she's going to do, but also no, I know better, even though I never made one." So I made one of them, just the paint stick, and I was like, I don't think I did this right. So I went back and looked again, and I made another one that I completed, that I filmed a video on it, so it'll be coming up. But that was more the way Jen does it, but I felt like there was a big empty spot down the middle. So I'm going to try to figure out how I can do this with, mine had 12 ties, Jen's has 10. I think she has like 2, 4, 6, 8, and then one at the top and one at the bottom. But I want this to be the top so it's fuller. So I want 2 up here, and then I want 1 down here. I double 2 pipe cleaners and staple to the back or the wired twine from Dollar Tree to make a hanger. Okay. Alright, so the way I explained it in the video I filmed, which y'all will see on, I don't know, February something, is that when we make our wreaths on the Dollar Tree frames, those ties, the way I do it at least, they're about 4 inches apart. So if I start here and say I want, like, I'm going to start pretty close to the top, because I want these two right next to each other. And then I'm going to measure from here down to 4 to get my next 2. That's 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13, 'Do you think that would help if I offset them? I tried doing that, but it just confused me so much. But I think what I want to do is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is 11 right now. And then do 12, 13, 14, 15. Maybe 16. Because this is how my bottom was on the Mardi Gras one that I sent you. But I also think maybe I might just do 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14. So if I do 1, 2, get rid of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's what I wanted. I wanted 15, right? Well, you know I'm going to put at least 3 rolls of mesh in it. Alright, that's 15. Which, I don't know why. 15 sounds like a good number to me. I'm actually going to mark the next one because if I start putting pencil cleaners on it, I'm not going to remember where I marked that. Right, one there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright. I think that's going to work for me because I don't like doing the roll. Like, I don't like doing the poofs. I definitely don't like using 21-inch mesh. That was a nightmare. Y'all, this video is me being like, I hate this. I hate everything. I hate Idris. This 21-inch mesh, I hate it so much it's making me hate Idris. Right, now, always remember, safety first when you're using a screwer. It just feels empty in the middle. Like, once I kind of just pushed everything together, it was fine, but like while I was making it, I was like, I can see wood. But when I went by my mom's to bring her car back, I was like, look, I made this thing, and she was like, oh God. And I was like, I think that's a good thing. I don't know how big this this driller this screwer knob. See this is a screwer knob. It's probably about 3/4 of an inch, I think, from what I can see here. Probably like 3/4 of an inch, a 3/4 of an inch hole I'm drilling. I also have on glasses and a hard hat, so I am definitely doing this as safe as I can. Okay. Okay. Oh no, look at all of this sawdust from all this carpentry I've been doing. Ugh. I'm not even licensed to use one of these. Okay, so. Why is this lodged within my stapler? Like, what did I do wrong? Yeah, you just watch. You know what I could do? With 3 plungers and a screwer, if I got three plungers from Dollar Tree, a shower curtain, and a toilet brush, and my screwer, I could build a bookcase. Look like something from Ethan Allen. And I would label it Elegant DIY from Dollar Tree. because those things are synonymous. Alright, I'm going to come from the back. I'm going to feed these awful pipe cleaners through here. Because y'all know we got the supply shortage. When we went to Dollar Tree, I told my mom, I was like, if you can find like even the rain, because I couldn't find pipe cleaners anywhere. I said, if you can even find like the rainbow pack that just has like some purples and some greens in them or something. So she found these, and she's like, you want these Dollar Tree ones? And I was like, yeah. She said, aren't they too thin? And I was like, Mom, it's pipe cleaners. It doesn't matter. Y'all, it matters. Oh, Jen, you have a Ryobi? I knew you were that chick. Yeah, like these are sturdy. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just really thin. And I feel like I have fat sausage fingers, so I would ideally like to have something to grip onto. But we're doing what we can do. And I showed my mom the swag, and I said, Jen makes these all the time. And she said, Jen? I said, yeah, from chat. She said that disrespectful girl that just called me Melanie. And I was like, yes, that one. Amy, you are still waiting for these frames? That girl that doesn't respect her elders. And I was like, that's her mama. Y'all, if Amy doesn't get her wreath frame soon, I'm gonna have to go buy her some because there's like a million of them at my Dollar Tree. My mom said, I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico. No, she said, I'm gonna go to Rico Suave, Florida. And I'm gonna teach her respect. I said, you do what you gotta do, Mama. Just bring me back a Cuban sandwich. My mom had to go to Florida, you know, when Carl died, they had his service at Bay Pines in Tampa, because that's where he wanted to be. What is that noise? He wanted to be interned there. What is that noise? I don't know. Jen, I don't know, because I like that this is skinny. But the awareness frames are like a pain to wire. Like, every time I make one, I have to like go watch the video again because I can't memorize it. Because it's like, put this one here and then pull this one over here and then do this and do that. But I like the awareness frames. I have a bunch of them, but I think this is a very good option, and it's a different look. But Carl wanted to be interned in Bay Pines, so when he passed away, he was cremated here, and then my mom took his ashes. No, his daughter came, picked up his ashes, and then it was a couple months later when they did the burial. And my mom went to Florida, And I was like, "Are you gonna be okay?" Because she was going by herself, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be fine." You know, it's just she wanted everything to get over with, and I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "And I guess I'll get to go to Publix if I have time." And I was like, "Oh." She's like, "Yeah, that's what Carl would want." I was like, "That's what Carl would want, Mom?" She's like, "Carl would want me to eat 3 or 4 Cuban sandwiches," and I said, "Okay." I think he would too. He would also want me to eat several. Listen, if I gotta start painting stuff, I'm not the one. Why did I put 2 holes here? I only needed 1. Oh well. Catherine, are you off tomorrow? Oh, is it those fried potato balls with the ground meat in the middle? Like a croquette? Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, it's like when you're a carpenter like me, you get in the zone. But safety first, y'all. Remember, hold the pipe cleaners, hold the paint stick up in the air, and drill into the pipe stick, also up in the air. I used to get those all the time. Like, we would go and my mom would be like, "You want a sandwich?" I'd be like, "Yeah." And I was like, "And also I'm going to give me a potato ball." Oh my god, they're so good. Walmart had something like that in their deli for a while, but it was not as good. I felt so bad for my mom when I was over there. Like, she was just like, "I'm so tired." And I was like, "I know, it's almost over." And she's like, "I still have to get through tomorrow." And I was like, "I know, but it's almost over." She said that it was just like, Walmart was ridiculously crowded. Alright, I think I'm only going to wire one of these. Oh, I might just do this one too, because, no, I don't feel like drilling again. Y'all, carpentry is like a very successful skill set, like a very rewarding skill set to have. But if you do too much carpentry, you know, when you're holding a drill up in a head, it really takes a toll on your hands, and your arms, and your muscles. But that's the only way you can do it, you know? You gotta hold them up in the air. I know, I come from a hardware store empire. I'm gonna tell you for the last time, you need to worry about yourself and your own career. Let's burn plastic. Did they not always have green zip ties? I can't tell if this is on. I think it's on. That's another safety tip. If you don't know if your wood burner is on or not, put it really close to your hand. Also, just for legal reasons, don't do any of the things I tell you to do. No, it's like a it's like a green, like not like a dark green, but it's like a crayon green. I think I have some over here. Maybe not. Amanda, this damn Roku remote ran off of me again the other day. I just started using my phone. And I said, no ma'am, Pam. I said, no sir, Miss Ma'am, Pam. Oh, baby, you're so tired, huh? I know you only took 3 or 4 naps today. And that was rough on you, wasn't it? Why is it so small? Why? And why is it black? Why can't they make it fluorescent? You know, I'm going to take mine apart and I'm going to spray paint it. Oh yeah, you got to use that ribbon out. And like if you have to go buy a bunch more stuff to finish those up, that's just being, you know, that's just being resourceful. Because you don't want that ribbon and mesh to go to waste. Like if you need to go buy flowers, you know. Hold on, let me move my my 15 bow makers out of the way. What are we making? Oh, Patty, no. I'm just prepping stuff for videos. And dual wielding these bow makers like I'm Darth Maul. I remember I said in one of my videos like I was making like 2 bows at the, you know, I was making, you know, I was making like 3 bows for like a, you know, a wreath, and I was like I need 3 of these so I can you know, put like red ribbon in each one and then come back and do like black ribbon and then come back and do like black and white ribbon and come back and do a different kind of ribbon. And now I have 2. I just need 1 more and I can make 3 bows at one time. Amanda, I saw that in the email you sent me, but I don't know what those are. I just did a leopard print wreath. Well, a wreath with leopard print ribbon in it, and I used florals for the first time since probably fall, which for me was in June. And I was like, oh, I forgot how nice it is to like put florals in a wreath. And then like I went to figure out the price and I was like, oh, I forgot how expensive florals are too. Because it was a bush of roses from Hobby Lobby that was like 14. I do put it in the same place. It's just sometimes I put a bunch of stuff on top of it. I need to put everything on hanging things. I mean, now that I know how to use paint sticks and my screwer, I just might build some, I just might have to build me some shelving units. I could too, but every time I go to Hobby Lobby, I go with my mom, and she's like, I hate this place. I hate this place, and I hate everybody who works here. And I'm like, Mom, there's somebody who works here right there. She's like, tell him I hate him. And I was like, Jesus, Mom. I was like, how is it you can't find? When she just moved into their house, we went like not too long afterwards, and I was like, you mean to tell me you can't find a single thing in the store that you want in your new house? And she was like, no. I need to come over a little bit more so I am more comfortable. I know Patty, my mom treats my sister like that, like she's a baby. The one we go to is in like a it's not that it's an upscale area. It's just it's around a really nice area. Like it's adjacent to a really nice area. So every time I'm in it, it's some white girl buying stuff that ain't even on sale. I said, what kind of job does this woman have that she can buy all of this stuff not on sale? I was like, you know, if you wait till next week, you can get all that stuff 50% off. And she's like, I don't shop on sales. I'm very wealthy. And I was like, okay, Becky. I don't really buy a lot from craft stores. Like, I barely ever buy anything from Michael's, just because they are ridiculous. Also, they don't sell anything in their stores anymore. But, like, I'll go to Hobby Lobby when the mesh is half off and get, like, basic mesh. Like, mesh that I'm going to put on top of underneath something else. And then when their florals on sale, like, that's the best place to go for florals, in my opinion. I would never pay the prices they are when they're not on sale, but there might be places online that are like slightly cheaper, but when I'm buying florals, I need to see them. Like, I need to see them, I need to touch them. Y'all, this full foil mesh is burning beautifully. Yeah, my video title kind of backfired on me because everybody was actually lost a bunch of subscribers, and I was like, wait a minute, y'all aren't gonna stick around if I'm not making videos anymore? And I was so close to 7,000, and then I posted that, and people were like, okay, bye. I said, you little... I'm not gonna get to 7,000 by Christmas, y'all, but we made an effort. But like the whole YouTube thing, it was very difficult for me to come to that conclusion. Like, I talked to Michelle and I was like, I'm not happy. I don't know what to do. And she said, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I don't want to do this. That's all I don't know what I want to do. But I know what I don't want to do, and I don't want to do this anymore. And when I decided to when I decided to be like, okay, let me stick with this for another year and see where we're at. I told Michelle, and I'm trying to think of like what I was trying to say. I told Michelle, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I've decided I'm not going to do it anymore. And I said, do I tell people now? Like, do I post about it? Like, because I was just going to post on Patreon and be like, hey guys, listen, this is what's happening. You know, y'all are my stands, my number one stands. Just to let you know, I am jumping ship. I'm moving to the woods. But Michelle said, no, don't tell them in advance. Like, don't give them something to worry about. No, they didn't watch the video the whole way through. Like, they saw the title and they were like, oh, I'm going to miss you. And I was like, did you watch the video? So I changed the title. Like, deciding to not do it was something that I, like, did not, it was not, like, on a whim, like, oh, I'm having a bad week, or, you know, this video didn't do good, because I have plenty of videos that do not do good, and it's embarrassing, and it sucks, but, like, I thought long and hard. I talked about, I talked about it with everybody. Yeah, that's the thing. Michelle said, if you post about it on Patreon, they're going to talk you out of it. And I was like, yeah. I said, Jen does think she's the boss of me. Because she's worried about my career. My life and my career, not her own. But, like, it was something that it was, like, several weeks that's all we talked about in therapy. And I think at one point my therapist was like, if you were so sure about this decision you're making, like, if you're as sure as you say you are, like, we would not still be talking about this. And I was like, well, so we talked about it some more, and then I just got, once November hit, y'all, like I said in the video, there are times where I only make $60 a month. There were times this year where I only made $60 a month. And you know, that's like 2 wreaths for me. Like, that's enough money to make 2 wreaths, usually. So, like, that was just like, man, I put in so much work, I spend so much money, like, I don't buy, like, there was a time when I would get, like, money and I'd be like, I'm going shopping, I'm going to buy, like, this thing, I'm going to buy that thing, like, never clothes, I was never that person, but, I'd, like, go buy, like, new cookware, like, I would spend money as soon as I got it, and now I'm just, like, I don't buy anything for myself. Like, it is very rare that I'm out somewhere, and I'm, like, me and my sister went antiquing, and there was this cast iron vintage doorstop that looked like a Christmas tree. It was $20 and I wanted it so bad. I was just like, oh my god, I really want this. And there were some other things I really wanted too, and I was just like, no, because I can take that $20 and that $20 buys me $20 worth of materials, which turns into $60 in sales. But yeah, I was not making any money. And when I got to October, like, you have to make $100 if you didn't finish watching the video. You have to make $100 before YouTube pays you. Like, that's you have to get there. And, like, all during the summer, like, I think it was all year except for maybe, like, I don't know when it was, I know I got paid in October. I'm getting paid in December because I've already met the $100 there. But in November, like, I was just like, at that point I was just like, I am so over this. And then I looked, and that $60 a month that I made in September, like, I had surpassed that, doubled in the first week. And by the time, I just got paid for November the other day. And it was enough that I paid my cable bill, Um, I paid my cable bill early. I went to Home Depot and I paid off a portion of my mom's washer. I paid off my credit card bill that I bought my iPad with, and when we found out today that my mom's car was going to cost $500 to fix, I was like, "Do you have it?" And she's like, "Well, I guess I'm going to have it." And I was like, "I have it." I was like, "If you want, like, I have that money," because that's how I went from having $60 a month that they wouldn't even give me until the next month when I made an additional $60 to having excess of a couple $100. But yeah, Patty, it's patreon.com, and I used to do a lot of after shows. I haven't been doing after shows just because I've been kind of finishing everything in the video. But like, if there's something I change about a wreath afterwards, I'll record that and post it on Patreon. I do tutorials on there, like how to make little things, because whenever I do crafty stuff on my channel, it never does well. And I would rather, like, I found, what did I do the other day? I did some kind of crafty video the other day. I don't remember what it was, but for me to post that on Patreon, I get more money from the people who are subscribed there than YouTube would pay me for posting the video there. Even if only 2 people watch the video, because like there's 9 people on Patreon and they don't all watch the videos, and that's fine. So I might only get like 3 views on a video, but I still make more money than if I had got 30 views on YouTube, because people are paying by the month. It was really hard for me when my back was hurting so much to like keep up the videos for YouTube and to create content for Patreon and all that. But if you're on Patreon, as soon as I'm done with a wreath, all the pictures are basically on this table. As soon as I stop recording, I take a picture before I do anything else, and I post it on Patreon. I'm like, this is what I finished today. And more than once, someone has messaged me on there and been like, hey, can I buy this, before it goes on Etsy. So they get first dibs at order, like wreaths. And I avoid having to pay the transaction fees, which is awesome. And also the taxes. Because Etsy decided, they were like, hey, you need to pay taxes this year. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you need to pay taxes. And I was like, no. But also, okay. That's done. But yeah, the decision. Always Amy, we in Mardi Gras mode right now. I just finished Valentine's. Did I finish that X's and O? The X and O wreath? I think I finished that yesterday. But I already have, this will be my fourth wreath for Valentine's, because I have one behind me that we made the base for on a live the other night. I just have to finish it. Four, 5, 6, 7, 17. I can't talk and count at the same time, y'all. 18, 19. Okay, that's how many I needed. Amy, if you go to, I think it's kingcakes.com. They ship everywhere, like all over the world. They send the cake frozen, so by the time it gets to you, it is like perfect to eat. And it's not too expensive. Like I think it's like $20 for a small, which $20 for a small, like in person, would might be like $12, but it ships to you for like 20. No, I think I left the X's and O's as it was. I showed her mom. She's like, "Oh, I really like that one," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Are you kidding me right now? What's going on, old lady? What'd you do with my mama?" Yeah, when you were a kid living in Louisiana, at least where we lived, every Friday between the time, yeah, she liked it. She was like, "That's really cute. Princess, what do you want? Come here." Oh, I know. Come on. When you're a kid, every Friday between, like, January and, Lent, you know, after, because Lent happens right after, Mardi Gras, every Friday, like, the teacher brings the cake the first Friday, and then whoever gets the baby brings the cake the next Friday. And it was like the best time of year because we got king cake every Friday. Hi. What are you doing? Is this your cutting board? Is this your cutting board? Oh, okay. Back up something. There you go. You can go get in the big bed if you want. You are covered in glitter. You are covered in glitter. Do you need to go outside? You need to go outside? Is that what it is? Yeah, let me take him outside real quick. Oh. I have some more mesh to cut. I might do that. I don't know. Oh, God, this chair. You need to go pee-pee? Come on. Let's hope there's not any raccoons out there. Because they'll get you. Business hates everybody. He likes my mom and he likes Jim, but everybody else, he's like, screw y'all, I'm gonna bite your face off. Did you pee-pee? Do you get a treat? You get a big boy treat? You want a bone? Is that what you want a bone? Okay. Well, you could have just said that. Yo, this is my, I don't even know, I can't even get, this was so hard to film. Jen, I was like that after Weenie died. She got a pit bull named Macy Gray. So I didn't like it, and Jen was like, hey, add a bunch of crap to it. And I did, and now I like it. But look, it's got this Tina Turner thing going on up here. Remember I showed these in one of the videos, and I was like, I don't know how to use these. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to zip tie that bad boy into here. And see, it's just the paint stick. And I have a wire, a pipe cleaner here, stapled in, glued on with a little felt pad on top. Yeah, she sent me a video of that dog, and the dog was like this. I try to walk away and I stumble, try to hide it, it's clear. My wall crumble when you are not here. That's what her dog sounds like. I try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Is that even Macy Gray? Oh, they do look like the tinsel wigs. But I mean, it's like, it's so long, it goes all underneath here. I try to say goodbye and I choke. Macy Gray's in that movie, you know that it's Janet Jackson and Felicia Rashad and Whoopi Goldberg and Thandie Newton and Kimberly Elise. Macy Gray's in it. For colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough. That's the name of the play, but I think the movie's just called For Colored Girls. She is really good in that. Like, I was like, Macy Gray can act? Yeah, I really like this. I'm nervous about, like, shipping it, but we just gotta see what the Lord has in store for me, you know? Oh, God. Now the cords caught me in the swag. Amy, I could never foster a dog because I'd be like, this one's staying with me. Like, I would be a foster fail every time. I'd be like, oh, you have a little boy who needs a dog? Too bad. This little boy needs this dog. Get out of here. This one's mine now. Did you finish your bone? Are you going to come in here and burp? Because you know I don't like when you do that. But I like it even less when I'm sleeping. You come up to the top of the bed and burp in my face and then go back under the covers. Oh. Try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. I need to cut 9. I need to cut 9 rolls. Yeah, remember the other day when I said I was going to start saving these to make fireworks for 4th of July? I have like 60 of them now. I don't know what happened. See, that's the kind of thing you see on Patreon. What kind of beads? Okay, so we're just gonna pretend like my Maybe I don't think you need like whatever you need. I'm sure you don't have to go behind places to look for it. Bubblegum beads, or did you mean to type bubblegum and you type beads? Oh, here's my y'all. Are y'all? Oh, y'all can't see this. Never mind. It's right here. I thought that this would be a mesh that I like cutting with the wood burner, but it actually cuts better with the rotary cutter, I think. All right, Kat. If you want, we can go to, we can meet at Mom's house and then I can, oh, what is it, baby? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, Amy, it doesn't work on, it doesn't work on natural fibers. So I guess you could, but it's not gonna cut through, what is it? Is that damn mouse in here again? Wait, let me move. Let me move it. Okay, calm down. I'm trying to, alright. Oh, like wooden beads? Kat, I'll text you tomorrow. I was saying if you want, you can come get me and we can go to Mom's. I can meet you at Mom's, and then we can go see her at Walmart and then go back to her house to finish the cooking, and you can wrap your presents. Right? Baby, I'm sorry. I think it's going to be okay. You know how I got a mouse, right? Or several mice? I can't tell. crap, I forgot to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, let me count. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have a mouse. I saw the mouse once. So I set a trap with a Tootsie Roll. There's one on my counter. There's one next to my dryer. So the other night I'm laying in bed and I hear the snap. And I'm like, oh, I'll deal with that in the morning. So I get up in the morning, let the dog out. I can't, the trap is like flipped upside down. So I'm like, all right. And I can't reach it. So I have to move the dryer. I have to move the dryer to the side. I like this mesh too. I had to move the dryer to the side, and then I have one of those grabby sticks from Dollar Tree. I'm trying to get it, so get the grabby stick, pick up the mouse trap, pull it out, flip it over so I can see a mouse. There's no mouse, but the trap is sprung, and there's blood everywhere, and I was like, oh my god. So either he got his foot stuck and chewed it off, or I don't know what happened to the mouse. The business clearly thinks he's in here now. And he might be. It was so disgusting. I just saw it go underneath the refrigerator. Little bastard. Yeah, I got some, because I was using the Dollar Tree traps, y'all. No, it was, that was not limping. That was like full speed. Those Dollar Tree traps are so hard to set. So I got the, baby, you can't go underneath the refrigerator. I know you want to. I know you want that more than anything. So I got the good traps. I'm going to set those tonight and hope for something. But I've had a mouse problem. I used to have this giant wisteria on the side of my house, and my neighbor cut it down. And as soon as he cut it down, all the mice were like, hey, let's go into that house. And I was like, oh, no. And then they came in anyway. Even though I told them no. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I don't know how they're getting in the house because I went around with great stuff and I sealed every opening in this house. Unless there's something like behind the stove or behind the cabinet that I can't see. Alright, so this green and this gold will go on this base eventually because this needs something else on it because I can see straight through it. Oh, I can't do the sheets because I'm okay with killing the mouse, but I'm not gonna like see it there like exhausting itself to death. Like I can't deal with that. It's super hard to set the traps because I don't need the dog going and getting his face caught in it, and he needs to go have rhinoplasty because he broke his nose. love my wisteria. It was so pretty. Let's see. Bait trap a polite trap bait under trap cover. Pull back the red kill bar. Do they have to call it a red kill bar? Pull back the red kill bar handle until it clicks and locks the trap into place. Place trap where signs of rodent activity are visible or along walls where mice travel. Hold trap at rear. Slowly lift the red kill bar. Why do they call it a kill bar? That's so aggressive. Like, I think it might just be one because I had like an infestation before. Like I had 12 of them. I killed 12 of them in one night one time. But there was like poop everywhere. I haven't seen any poop. Kill bar is very aggressive. They should call it the murder clasp. Okay, so I put the peanut butter in there. And then this is... Oh, this is it? Oh, it must... I'm assuming when it lifts this up, it's gonna... Okay. Alright, yeah, that's a murder clasp. Okay. Well, that seems a lot easier than the ones I was slamming shut on my fingers every 5 minutes. Why are there children screaming outside? Why aren't they in school? My peanut butter looks like this because I like peanut butter, but I don't like fat or calories. Business Marie Annette Funicello. Be quiet. Business. Get in here. I don't want to have to bring this up in public, but the only reason I keep you around is to catch mice, and you have not caught a single one. Okay, so we film, what do we call this thing? They call it the bait station, but I think we should call it the pre-murder course. I want him to have a lot of peanut butter before he goes to heaven. Why did my mom not tell me how easy these were? Y'all know she heard me screaming every time those damn Dollar Tree traps snapped on my fingers. For anyone wondering, this is the kind of content you get on a Patreon. Like, this is a Patreon exclusive, but I'm feeling generous this holiday season. Okay, I will put something over that. I just need to... Well, I guess the dog can't... Well, he could still stick his nose in here, but I feel a little bit safer with those. I still can't, like, put it on my baseboard. Murder buffet. That's what it should be called, is a murder buffet. Alright, that was really easy. And then you just pull back the murder clasp. Like, these are like $4, but I can't even, like, it's so hard to place the ones from Dollar Tree because they're so sensitive. What are you eating? Please let it be a mouse. What you eating, baby? Hey. Is it a mouse? No, it's deco tubing. Awesome. Amy, hold on. You know I can turn around and just grab something real quick. Well, usually I can. I think I moved all my yarn somewhere else. I've done it, I don't think I've done finger crochet. I've done like arm knitting, you know, where you're like that. I made a big scarf one time. I don't know. I saw it the other day because I was like, I'm going to wear a scarf. And then I was like, wait, no, it's going to be 95 degrees tomorrow. Yeah, I can't do that because my arms would just like not allow me. But yeah, they're nice if you can actually do them. Business, you want some of this peanut butter? Yeah. No? Is it because it's a chopstick and it's making you feel inappropriate? Or because you were licking it and somehow getting it on your nose? Oh yeah, you need a lot of it because there's only like, I think like the ones at Walmart have like 30 yards on them. I saw a guy, he was on TikTok, like y'all know how I am with like pricing my stuff and like feeling like I should be paid for um my time and the amount of money I put into something. There was a guy on um TikTok and he was like, this is my crocheted blanket. He's like, a lot of people want to know why I don't sell these. And he was like, it was acrylic yarn, which acrylic yarn has its place. I don't want to lay underneath it though. So he's like, yeah, these take about 5 or 6 skeins of yarn, sometimes 10 skeins of yarn, and they take a long time to do. So if you want to buy this one, I'm probably gonna have to sell it for $2,000. And I was like, excuse me, sir. I was like, that is why you don't sell things like that. First of all, there's a grandma somewhere who would do that just if you gave her the yarn. She would do that. But you're going to charge $2,000 because you're a hipster with too many houseplants? I don't think so. Not on my watch. Jacoby. I think that was the name. Jacoby. Alright, y'all. I'm going to go because I need to have something to eat. It's a really bad pizza. And I want to go play Animal Crossing, which I haven't played in forever, but I found my DS. Well, I knew where my DS was, but I plugged it in, got it charged, and I was like, I really want to play Animal Crossing, but I'll probably just end up watching Marvel movies. I finished Black Panther last night. I was so sad because I was like, oh, Chadwick. And now I'm watching Doctor Strange, and I'm like, ugh. I'm like, Doctor Strange with Vindaloo Cumberbund, or whatever his name is. Looking like a weird lizard person. I don't like him. But Mads Mikkelsen is in it, and I like Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, hit me up on that Zoom chat. You are a bad dog. You cannot have my pizza. Alright guys, I probably won't see you guys tomorrow night because I'm going to be getting drunk with my sister and driving around looking at Christmas lights. My mom's probably going to have to drive because I'll take 2 sips and be drunk. You guys have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Be safe. And yeah. No more videos until New Year's Eve, and then no more videos until the 3rd. But I'm gonna film my my video review for the year, and that'll be coming out on New Year's Eve. So, Merry Christmas. Thank you guys for everything. Thanks for always being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching me set mouse traps and burn stuff and use my screwer because it's a good screwer. Alright, Merry Christmas. Good night. Goodbye. I will see you guys when I see you. Bye-bye. Business, I told you already you can't have pizza. Why do you think you can have pizza? Did I turn it?